Frozen Desert version 1.0.6 just released, and it is full of insane quality of life updates. Not everything that everybody asked for, but a lot of things that we didn't even ask for and things that we did ask for. And let me actually get into the best parts of it. I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm going to go through the ones that I deem the most important. So let me know in the comment section down below if I missed anything that you wanted to see me talk about, or maybe even, I don't know, misunderstood some things. In any case, let's actually get into it. Subscribe to the channel. This is Wanna Play. Let's get it. You can now register certain animals as special mounts after gaining their trust, and this includes bears, boars, wolves, deer, mountain goats, cuckoo birds, iguanas, raptors, camels, lions, and even tigers. Some ferocious animals can be tamed by subduing and feeding them, while other species need unique methods. There is now a dedicated special mounts tab in the inventory. Special mount saddles can be bought from saddleries, and you can equip mount gear from that tab. Now, I've always liked tigers, and now I can also mount one. So of course I instantly went looking for a tiger, but I faced a stupid yet serious problem. First of all, I accidentally killed all of the tigers like 3 times, so I had to reload my save and try again. And when I finally had one tiger left that I wanted to tame, I quickly realized something stupid. I didn't have any raw meat that I could feed it to tame the tiger. Quickly getting some meat in her hand, I went back for a final time, and lo and behold, I am now the proud owner of my very own tiger mount. Badass. Next up is the extraction feature, where you can take any weapons that you have upgraded in the past and extract some or even all of the materials that you used in the upgrading. This doesn't give you every stone you put into the upgrade, only some, but it does give you all of the special items that you used, like abyss artifacts and the such. This really helps a lot if you're like me and don't really like to grind for materials. Now you can get all of your hard-earned materials back when you pick up your shiny new plaything. Then Pro Abyss added a pretty cool cosmetic feature that I didn't even know I wanted. Sword sheaths. You can turn this option on in the settings by going to the gameplay tab, then display sheath. It's not much, but it does make you look pretty cool. Another option is the night tone feature that I'm not really sure does anything too substantial, not at least in my testing, but you can let me know in the comments if you have found a massive difference, since this option is supposed to make darker areas brighter and tone down colors just a little bit. Now let's get into my main man Unka. He got some new unarmed combat skills, which you can view in the skills tree tab and switching to the fist icon. In my opinion, Unka is still relatively weak, but that might just be because I've never really used him and just focused on getting my cliff as strong as possible. Maybe when you subscribe, I can try and make Unka just as powerful. Please subscribe. On top of the big stuff, they also cleaned up a lot of the smaller things that players would actually feel while playing. Some gear can now be improved further, like visions or visiones, I don't even think I know how to pronounce that. And certain pieces of gear now support abyss gear socket, so there's a little bit more room to build your character the way you really want to. They also made inventory management a little bit less painful. Things like furniture and ornament can now stack, and there are new options like clean all, butcher all, and obtain all seeds, which should save you from doing the same tiny action over and over again. Fishing got a bit better too, because fish can now sell for more, and some strongholds also have a better chance at giving you abyss gear blueprints. And a few stronghold tasks can now be repeated instead of just being one and done. That gives those systems a little bit more reason to exist long term. Combat also got a decent cleanup. Some bosses were taking way too much damage from heavy objects. Arrows could sometimes stop working, and targeting small animals was not always behaving properly. They also fixed the boss stun gauge problems, bosses leaving their fight areas, and a few issues with specific boss fights. On the technical side of things, there are some important fixes as well. HDR should behave better now. Photo mode had some color issues fixed, and they sorted out a rendering problem at 5120 by 2160, which I guess is ultra wide in 4K, right? Waterfalls should also look better from certain distances. Then they also fixed a crash that would sometimes happen when changing HDR or frame generation while using overlay programs, which is definitely worth mentioning to PC players. Mac users got some love too, with better HDR display detection and a fix for occasional GPU crashes. So yeah, this part of the update is mostly about making the game feel just a little bit less frustrating. Fewer weird bugs, better rewards, smoother inventory handling, and some important stability fixes. But there are some things that I feel like they should have added to the update that they actually didn't. Things that I think more immersive players would really appreciate. And I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal to do it, because you can technically already do it. It's just, it's not official. And of course, the one thing that I'm actually talking about is no HUD. that's it. That's one thing that's very simple that I really want in this game. Just the ability to remove your HUD completely. That would make this game so much more immersive. And even better, if they can have an advanced toggle with that, so you can, like, I don't know, just have your HP or something that kind of just gives you an indication as to how much alive you are. Something like that would be ideal. But for those of you guys who don't know, there is already a way to do this, and that is by using Reshade. You just have to download Reshade and then go through the shaders of the game until you find the ones that you want to, like, take out of the game, and then just apply it just like that. It's tricky and it can have some weird glitches because it's technically not supposed to be doing that, and some shaders can be coupled together, but you can theoretically do what needs to be done. But I do still think that Pearl Abyss should add that as like a default thing. And that, my good people, is the update version 1.06. In the beginning of this video, I said 1.0.6, which was obviously wrong, but you know what? I'm correcting myself now, so kudos, I guess. I don't know. In any case, what do you guys think about this update? Do you think it was actually worth being a major update? Are there any things that you guys are actually excited about? Or do you think that this update was kind of, I don't know, mid? Is there any new features or things that you want in the game? Let me know in the comment section down below. We can actually have a discussion about that. I want to say this update was actually pretty cool and reasonably good. I mean, it did add a lot of things that I think was quite necessary. It did leave out some of the things that I would say would make a better experience. Like I said, the no HUD option, which is a tiny but also huge thing at the end of the day, right? I don't know exactly if that even makes sense, but let me know in the comment section down below if you guys do agree with me. With that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this and about Crimson Desert, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.